He said that Harry and Meghan could be running out of cash. But exactly how could they be running out of cash with so many big deals behind them? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Welcome one and all, I hope you're all keeping well. Nice to have your company today. Whatever you're doing, do let me know in the comments below. As I say, it is nice to see you. If you are writing, by the way, if you could write them in English so that we can understand exactly what you're saying, because I love getting your messages, but truly I'm not that bilingual. So if you're writing in Spanish or another language, please, if you could translate it, then of course we can see exactly what you're saying, and more importantly, it can be shared with other people, because I'm sure they'd all like to know what other people around the world think to our wonderful British monarchy. Now, back as ever to your breaking royal story of the day. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of people are speculating over here as to whether, of course, the former royals, Harry and Meghan, sometimes known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, depending on what they're doing, are they truly running short of cash? Let me explain the background to this particular story, which has been building slight momentum as ever. It's already gone on because if you recall way back during the interview with Oprah Winfrey, Prince Harry basically said, well, his father had cut him off financially. In fact, he mentioned this a couple of times about being cut off. And then, of course, he'd emerged that that simply wasn't true. Prince Charles himself had given something in the estimation of around 2 million, so it appears, when you look at court papers, you know, the crown papers of the money and where it had gone. So quite how he'd been cut off, well, remains to be seen. I think the bigger story, if you want to balance that out, in fact, is that why would Prince Harry know anything about balancing books and cash and accountancy? You know, he'd had a life where everything was provided for him and he never really carried any cash or anything like that. I remember him saying in an interview, in fact, that he was one of the more normal of the royal family, and that's really because, as he's often pointed out, he went into the army and experienced real life, as he called it, but that really doesn't set you up for balancing books. So what is the true story behind the royals, or ex-royals should I say, and how exactly are they managing to survive, and are they truly running short of cash? Well, here's the deal. As we now know, they've got all these mega deals like Spotify, Netflix, book deals, sale money from the bench, that sort of stuff, and they do get paid for certain things. Obviously, they've got very clever accountants who make sure that they get interest off their investments. But like everybody around the world, even that's plummeted because the interest rates are so bad. Am I right? Yes. But more importantly, I think the reason why this story's come around is because, as we've seen of late, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle seem to get litigious at the drop of a hat, and this doesn't come cheap. And if you dig a little bit further into their accounts, you will see that not everything is swimmingly going their way. But running short of cash? Well, the bigger problem is this. As we saw recently with Spotify and the Joe Rogan scandal, they simply can't walk away from that deal because they've been paid in advance already. And if they don't deliver something, then they have to give the advance back. Now, Harry and Meghan, for whatever you may think of them, basically are now celebrities. They may be activists, whatever they want to call themselves, living a life of service, but they are celebrities. And celebrities earn their cash through their own personal endorsements. So they simply can't walk away from things that could be possibly paying for their lifestyle moving forward. And it's not cheap, let me tell you. Security, staff, and just general living costs cost a lot, as we all know, even for us simple folk, right? So for Harry and Meghan to say that they could be, or allegedly being hinted at, running short of cash, not right now, but more importantly, moving forward, where will the cash come from to sustain such a lifestyle? Or perhaps they possibly could be selling the eggs from that chicken coop. It could even come to that. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.